Hey, I want to talk to you. This is Judith. I'm so happy to be with you here today. Behind me, they are watering the plants, and it's a beautiful and sunny day. And I want to share about one of the hermetic principles. And the question that comes along with this is, how do you think about your twin flame? Or what do you think about your twin flame? What do you think about your twin flame? I bet there are a lot of things you're thinking, and this is probably a whole universe in different directions and different polarities. And I want to have a look at those things that we are thinking with this law, this hermetic principle. This is one of the laws of the universe, and it's called the principle of mentalism. So the principle of mentalism says that everything is mental. The whole universe is mental. So it matters a lot what we are thinking. In fact, we are creating the universe that we are experiencing by our thoughts, with our thoughts. It's like building something with stones, or you think of when you were a child, you were creating, you were building. That's what we are doing with our thoughts. And not all people are aware of that. And this is so important on the twin flame journey, because you're also building your union with what you are thinking, right? So quantum physics says that there are no material things at all, nor atoms. When you go smaller and smaller and smaller, you only find a connection between the things, and there are no atoms, nothing is there, only the connection. And what is this connection? Well, this connection is energy. This connection is spirit. This connection is consciousness. And those little connections, they form everything that we see around us. And the things that we are not seeing are also formed by those little tiny connections, these energetic impulses, or whatever you want to call it. So this also means that when you are sending something into the universe, then everything is rearranging, it's in a constant movement and constantly rearranging. So gladly we live on a planet that is very consistent, very stable. So not everything is changing all the time. We have some things that we can rely on, that our houses will still stand the next day, and things like that. But in fact, when it comes to a lot of things, then shifts can happen quite quickly. And that is when we experience change, or when we experience what we call miracles in our lives. Coincidences, synchronicities, everything, all of those things are just an energetic alignment, an energetic shift, something that has been projected into our reality. So we could say that this is a holographic universe, and we are like creating in this universe with our thoughts. This might be a helpful image. So think of your union now, when everything is mental. And I want to add one thing. What follows after a thought is usually an emotion. So emotion and thought are interconnected, because our thoughts, our emotions also determine our thoughts. When we're always feeling low, we're having low thoughts, we're blaming us or other people, we're maybe depressed, we feel a lot of sadness or whatever, right? So and when we think, when something happens and then this gives us a bad, a lower level thought, this is probably in most cases affecting our emotions. And after thinking certain things, then we feel bad. It's like a vicious cycle. Now we want to know how we can get out of this vicious cycle, right? This does not mean that you should not feel your emotions or think your thoughts, but you should not be trapped there and stay there. You should be free, feel free to go where you want to be, to think what you actually want to think, to think the thoughts that are in alignment with your union and with your highest good, and to feel, how do you know that something is in alignment? Well, you feel good. You feel good. Let that sink in for a moment. If you think something that is in alignment, you feel good. That's how you know, right? So don't stay there where you do not feel good and where you feel low, but take steps to be where you feel good. So this will become clearer and clearer, but that's just what I want to point out to you. So when it comes to your union, what are you thinking about your other half, your divine counterpart? There might be, in many cases, a lot of judgment going on. Maybe you have already heard that it's good to think positive of your other half, just as it is good to think positive of yourself, and to appreciate your other half, just as it is good to appreciate yourself. But in reality, we are not always there. This is for all of us, right? When it comes to our experiences and our everyday life, our 3D life, we are no saints. We are human beings, and we experience all kinds of things. And one of the things that we experience is judgment. So first step would be to realize that and to acknowledge that. Yes, I am judgmental at times. I'm judging myself. I'm also judging my twin from time to time. And if I'm not judging him, then I'm for sure judging myself, which is the same thing. So it would be good for you to get out of those negative thoughts. And this, I think it's good that to know this, right? It's always like on the journey, it's trial and error, but sometimes, or in many cases, it's good to have advice from people who know certain things. And one of those things that I want to give you is that it is for sure good to show yourself and your divine counterpart appreciation, always. Always. This does not mean that we have to accept everything, but so when we feel bad, it's our right to express this, for example, and say this and that made me feel bad. I don't want to be treated in that way. It hurts me, right? Of course, we should not just be happy with everything. But then when we experience something like this, for example, then be an appreciation for your twin flame showing you this. Because it's always an issue. There's always more work to do if you experience something like this, right? And I'm not talking about narcissists giving you a hard time. We talk about that difference another time. I'm talking only about a twin flame connection where things are mirrored in a very exact way. And for those connections that we are talking about here, the thing that is important is to appreciate your twin flame and to appreciate yourself and this divine path that you're on. Judgment will take you nowhere, I promise, right? So instead of judgment, what I said, appreciation, but there are also other things that Spirit wants to give us today, and the two things that I want to put on the table are patience and optimism. Patience and optimism. Because once we align with our union, with our divine path, with the divine, it's always good. It's a good thing to do this from time to time. To just say, I choose to be in alignment with the divine. It puts you into perspective, just the right perspective immediately. Then you can see how you will probably then fall out of this alignment and then go back there. But that's a good training just for you to experience what it means to be in alignment. Yeah, and so when we are in alignment, then we trust, we experience the trust that this is everything that is happening, everything that we experience on this journey is for a reason. And that all of it is meant for us. It's not, oh, bullshit, and then I meet my twin and we are in union and happy ever after. No, everything is already contributing to this union, and of course also to your mission, because you share a mission. You and your twin, you share a mission. This is sometimes maybe tricky, because it's not only about being in a relationship, in a 3D relationship, but it's also a path where you build your mission, your divine mission. And this may take a while, you see. And of course you have many things, many other people in the mix. If you have children in the mix, you know what I mean. You would want everything to work out perfectly for everyone involved, right? It's not only about you and your twin flame, it's about the whole thing shifting nicely and align. Good. Yeah, this patience and optimism, people, we hate to hear this on our path. Be patient, be patient. Be patient does not mean sit back and do nothing, right? And also be optimistic. Be optimistic refers to what I've said earlier. Whatever you experience contributes to your union. It's always something that is meant for you. Even if it doesn't feel like this, then it's meant for you to see something, to recognize something. And I will surely help you to get those things into perspective so that you can see them the way that I see them. And then you will feel differently about it, not only feel differently about it, but then also act differently upon those things. Because this is also a path about power, claiming your power, and then you will not be left helpless with your experiences, but you will just know what to do about your experiences. You will take everything as it is meant to be in reality for you, for your highest good and your well-being and your union and your mission. That's how it is. Good. So I will talk another time about the other hermetic principles. I talked about as above, so below, as within, so without in the last video. Maybe I will give you the link in the description box so you can listen to this one, because I do not put hermetic principle in the title. But I will give you a link for sure. And I think I will continue to have a look at those hermetic principles together with you, because they are the laws of the universe and we have to know them. So as always, look in the description box below. It's getting loud. There's a vehicle coming. Always look in the description box below if you want to have further information about my offerings. I think I'm about to put together something very juicy for you for the month of October. So when it's ready, I'm going to tell you about it. And yeah, take care. I'm here to guide you. If you want to choose to work with me one-on-one, I'm here for you for any emergencies that you experience in the union. For sure, I can help you with that. And if you want to check out my teachers to see a little bit where I come from, please go to quantumunion.com or twinflamehealers.com. Jill Miller and Remy Tiviège, they have a lot of videos as well where they show their work, and I've been working with them for quite a long time, since 2015 or 2016. They are a twin flame couple in union. And so yeah, if you are curious, then I encourage you to have a look. And I see you in the next video. Bye for now. Bye.